All right, you got osteoporosis. You heard that diagnosis recently, and are you wondering, what should I do? What is my strategy? What is my game plan? Well, let me share with you some things I believe you should be doing daily. My name is Dawn. I'm with New Dawn Exercise Therapy, and I'm a kinesiologist and I'm an exercise therapist. And I've done a lot of research on osteoporosis. I've worked with a lot of individuals dealing with osteoporosis. I want to give you some of my tips that I strongly believe you should be practicing daily that will help you fight back and be proactive about this situation. All right. First of all, let's talk about, what are you putting in your mouth? Okay, supplements. Supplements can be good. Right now, they're probably going to be very important because chances are what you need right now to build your bones back up, you're not getting enough of in your diet. Everybody's heard of calcium, how good it is for bones. And yep, absolutely, really important. Probably getting around 1,200 milligrams of calcium a day, whether it's through food or supplementation or a combination of the two. Of course, I like food sources. I think they're the best. Talk with your doctor if you really want to get a specific number or do your own research, but generally we're saying about 1,200 would be what you want to aim for each day if you're dealing with osteoporosis. Magnesium, it's a real important one too. It helps to get that calcium into the bones and helps you properly start to use that calcium in the bones to get them stronger. Vitamin K2. If you've never heard of vitamin K2, I strongly urge you to do a little bit of research on that. There's so much legitimate research out there that says vitamin K2 will help usher that calcium into the bones and keep it out of soft tissues, okay? A lot of times, if you're short in vitamin K2, that calcium, there's a good chance it's gonna settle into soft tissue like arteries. And think about the phrase hardening of the arteries. If you've already got some plaque going on in your arteries, contributing to some heart disease, that extra calcium can actually make that situation worse. Whereas you're supplementing with vitamin K2 each day, we're gonna help it get that calcium where we need it, into the bones. And then finally, vitamin D, and we're talking probably vitamin D3. Research is showing that the vitamin D3 is better absorbed by the body when we're supplementing. So you wanna make sure vitamin D3 is the way to go if you're wanting to keep your vitamin D levels optimal and help them contribute to bone health and getting that calcium into bones and keeping your bones stronger. Vitamin D2 is not bad, but research shows that it's not going to be as readily absorbed in the body. And the difference in the real world is vitamin D3 is animal sourced. Think egg yolks and liver and fatty fish, whereas vitamin D2 is plant-based. And when you take a supplement, it's not coming from, quote, necessarily an animal, but it is getting in a more effective form of vitamin D. So let's think about the vitamin D3. I've been supplementing with that myself to keep my levels up at a healthy level. My next daily tip is to move. I mean, like every day. Get off that couch and move. Walking. We want weight-bearing exercise. That's a great stimulus to help get your bones stronger again and maybe get a little more density on them. It's got to be weight bearing. So if you like to bike a lot, I'm not opposed to that. I think it's a great form of exercise. But making sure you're also getting in walking, weight bearing, elliptical, perhaps that's what your weight bearing is. Getting that in a number of times a week. Brisk walking is wonderful, okay? It helps get the heart rate up. That's going to help contribute to your overall health and well-being. Climbing stairs, okay? If you're having a day where you can't get outside and walk, most of us have stairs. Go up and down those stairs a number of times and then do it again later in the day. So that counts as weight bearing. Have some dumbbells around. Strength training. If you're not too sure how to do good strength training, get a trainer. Get in touch with me. I can certainly help you out with that. Basics like squats and push-ups, those are definitely considered weight bearing. So you can just do real basic exercises like that. So moving. Next up, you've got generally 2 drug options. Nice broad categories here of drugs. We have hormone replacement, okay? Some people are not a fan of hormone replacement therapy. I know right away they'll just shut me down and say, I'm not even gonna think about it, but listen to me, okay? Hormone replacements, especially the bioidentical hormones, do some homework. See if that's an option for you. Estrogen does help to maintain and actually increase bone density. Most hormone replacement also includes testosterone. Yes, testosterone for women. Most of us are losing our testosterone starting in our 40s. Testosterone is really, really, really important to help build up your bones. So generally, most formulations of hormone replacement therapy is going to include estrogen, some form of that, and testosterone. Those are going to help you out. Okay, it will help strengthen your bones and reduce your risk of breaking a bone. Don't automatically rule it out. Do your research, weigh the pros and cons, talk to your doctor about it, but I think you might be pleasantly surprised that there's actually some positive research in favor of supplementing with hormones when you need it once you've hit perimenopause and menopause. So think of that as an option. The next one is the bisphosphonates. Think about Fosamax, things like that. Your doctor might have been real quick to prescribe that for you if you've been diagnosed with osteoporosis. I would strongly encourage you to do your research on these. Okay, I've done a lot of research on them. I'm not going to get into all the specifics, but I'm not a fan of them. I'm believing that they don't really produce a lot of quality bone in the body, and I like quality, so I'm looking for ways that I can increase my bone density and have that be good quality bone. All right, I would question, should that be your first choice? Should you automatically grab one of those medications? Again, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I would strongly encourage you to do your research and see if there are other things you should try first, such as hormone replacement, supplementation, and see how your numbers respond to that, okay? Again, do your own research. Don't just let me or a doctor tell you what to do. There's good news though, okay? Even if your bone density numbers don't go up on your next test or in 5 years or 6 years, with exercise, the bone strength, the cortical strength, which is the outer layer of the bone, does go up. Okay, your bone density numbers might not go up, but the research shows that the strength of that bone goes up with weight-bearing exercise, hence decreasing your chances of a bone fracture. So for me, exercise is a non-negotiable. You have to do it if you've been diagnosed with osteoporosis. So those are my tips that I believe are very helpful and that you can do on your own, okay? Again, do your own research. The days of doing research are very easy now. Get on the internet. Find reputable sources for sure. And if I can help you out with anything, please get in touch with me. I'd be happy to help you out. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you again soon.